practice through Balasana, child's pose. So we'll sit back on our thighs and extend our arms forward as much as is comfortable, relaxing into the earth, and begin to find our breath. Let's concentrate on filling the lungs fully with each inhale and releasing completely with each exhale, relaxing toward the earth. On your time, bring some energy into the arms, stretching them actively forward to lift your forearms off the mat. And when you're ready, you can press into a tabletop position with your knees under your hips and your hands, elbows, and shoulders stacked. From here, we'll come into some cat-cow poses. So inhale to arch into cow, opening your shoulders and lifting your tailbone towards the sky. And when you exhale into cat, expelling all the air in your lungs, hollowing out the abdomen. Moving through a few rounds, maybe twisting left to right if it feels good to you. And then, after you've done that, for a few breaths, just keep moving, breathing, arching and rounding, moving with the breath. When you feel ready, a little looser, go ahead and sit back on your heels into Virasana, hero's pose. Now, this is a great place to sit on a block or two if it feels like too much of a stretch to sit directly on the ground. And then we'll crawl forward and let's start our standing sequence. We're going to step forward into Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel free to shrug your shoulders toward your ears, drop them to loosen up. And we'll start with some Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. We'll do the first one a bit slower to warm up and come into our bodies. So inhale and reach for the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Plant your hands strongly and step back into a modified chaturanga. Exhaling, lowering your knees, chest, and then chin toward the mat. On an inhale, swoop up into Bhujangasana, cobra pose. And exhale into Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog pose. Go ahead and pedal out the feet, lifting your tailbone toward the sky to stretch out the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. On an exhale, when you're ready, you can tiptoe forward. At that point, peek toward the horizon on an inhale. That's Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold, and then inhale to reach toward the sky. And then exhale to return to Tadasana. We'll go through this one more time a bit faster. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, plant your hands and step back into plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga. Here, if you'd like to do the full one, externally rotate your elbows and lower down, or you can do knees, chest, chin again. Inhale through cobra or Urdhva Mukha Savasana, upward facing dog, and exhale into downward facing dog and rest there, breathing. Again, you can pedal out the feet, whatever feels comfortable. Just breathe and come into your space. And then, when you're ready, let's look forward and step into a forward bend. Halfway lift on your inhale, fold on your exhale. Inhale to sweep up. When you're ready, all the way toward the sky. And then you can exhale to return to Tadasana. Now we'll do a little flow, connecting breath with movement. So let's get ready. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to fold forward and down. And inhale, look between your hands and step back into plank pose. Hold it for a breath. Get ready. Push back. And exhale through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. From here, we'll lift our right leg into the air, bending the knee to open up the hip joint. This feels really good. And then Step the foot in between your hands. Now, if your foot doesn't quite make it, pick it up and help it along. This will build strength. So let's lower our back knee and come to tall, proud Anjaneyasana or crescent moon, opening up your heart. And exhale. Plant your hands. Spin your back foot perpendicular to the mat. You can sweep up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Adjust your feet. Keep your front knee bent and your back leg strong, widening your stance as much as you want. Exhale to sweep back into Peaceful Warrior, a back bend. And then inhale back to Warrior 2. And then lean forward as far as you can and down into Trikonasana, Triangle Pose. This is a great place too to rest your hand on a block and steady your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. On your next exhale, you can plant the hands and move through a mindful Chaturanga pose, resting in Downward Dog for a moment before we do the other side. So on your inhale, go ahead, lift your left leg this time toward the sky, opening the hip. And when you're ready, step it forward into Anjaneyasana, low lunge, gazing toward the sky. Again, you can help your foot. All right, so let's sweep up into Anjaneyasana. And then on your exhale, let's, with a strong power of our legs, exhale and come into Warrior 2 pose, adjusting your stance, feeling the strength of this pose. Keep your front knee bent as you sweep backward into Peaceful Warrior on an exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, lean as far forward as you can before you come down into Triangle Pose. And really make sure you open your chest, your heart toward the side wall. So, take some breaths, and when you're ready, you can come out, look down, plant your hands, and step through Chaturanga once more into Downward Facing Dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. I'm demoing knees, chest, chin. You can always do that or skip the Chaturanga. So we'll take a few breaths here before we close out the sequence. Step forward on an exhale. Inhale to lift toward the horizon. Exhale to fold toward the earth. Inhale toward the sky. And exhale into Tadasana, Tall Mountain Pose. Let's do it one more time. Take a few deep breaths. Get ready. Feel yourself rooted into the mat. And let's flow. Let's inhale. Reach for the sky. Exhale to fold. Inhale, look up. Plant the hands and step back, flowing through Chaturanga on an exhale. Inhale, Upward Facing Dog, and exhale, Downward Dog. Right away, let's lift the right leg into Three-Legged Dog. This time, see if you can step your foot all the way forward. See if you can do it. And sweep up into Anjaneyasana, Crescent Pose. Looking toward the hands, the sky. And with strength, let's come into Warrior 2, finding your stable base. Exhale into Peaceful Warrior. And inhale back to Warrior 2, straightening the front leg to prepare for Trikonasana, Triangle. Adjust your hips, make sure they're straight before you come down. You can gaze up toward the sky or the wall. And from here, we'll flow through our Chaturanga, do the other side. Sweeping forward into Up Dog, back into Down Dog, and the left leg this time is going to rise up. Opening up the hip. And with a strong, powerful step, using the core through to Crescent. And let's inhale into Warrior 2, strong pose. And exhale to sweep back into Peaceful Warrior. Through to Warrior 2 again. And then leaning forward when we're ready into Triangle Trikonasana. Breathe here. Finish with one more Chaturanga. lowering toward the earth, opening the heart in upward dog, and coming to rest in downward facing dog. Then on an exhale, after you're ready, you've walked out your dog a bit, feeling good, feeling strong, walk forward to the top of the mat. Inhale one more time to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Reach for the sky, stretching up on an inhale. Exhale to Tadasana, and let's come to stillness and breathe. Now let's root into the feet, preparing for a Vikasana, tree pose. So open your right leg at the hip, bringing your foot to rest on your thigh or anywhere below your knee, just not on the knee joint. We'll just balance here. So push your legs isometrically into each other, foot into leg and leg into foot, drawing toward the center. Imagining your legs are like the trunk of a strong tree. Focus on your breath. If you'd like, you can bring your arms up, growing and expanding, opening up to the world around you. And then when you're ready, release down, arms, leg, shaking out your legs. We'll do the other side. Ground down through your right foot, which is now your trunk, and open up your leg at the hip like it's a key turning in a lock. And we'll press that foot into the leg, not on the knee, anywhere else. Leg into foot, foot into leg, keeping your core strong as you balance, keeping your point of focus, your drishti, in front of you. Taking breaths. Maybe you want to raise your tree, grow your tree up toward the sky, opening the arms, finding your expression, balancing, feeling stable and strong. And then when you're ready, come back down, exhale back to Tadasana, so from tree into mountain. And now we're going to come into a grounding pose, Malasana or yogi squat. So let's bring our feet out as wide as the mat, turn your toes out at 45-degree angles, lower your bottom toward the ground. And here too is a great place to rest on a block if your knees won't bend as much as you'd like, so bringing the ground up to you. You can use your arms as leverage to press your knees open even more if you'd like. Focus on the breath. And you can twist, bring your left arm to the mat, swiveling your chest to the sky. And you can do the other side, inhaling to sweep up and exhaling to come down. And from here, let's fall back onto the mat, preparing for a few back bends. Come slowly down, checking that you can almost reach your heels with your flat arms as you come down, preparing for bridge pose. So bending the feet toward you, make that check. Then on an exhale, we'll push up strong through the heels, lifting our hips into the sky. And just breathe here. Feel the strength and integrity of this pose. And then lower slowly, placing one vertebra at a time down on the mat, like a row of pearls. You can windshield wiper your legs. We'll come up again in a moment, pressing up strong. And this time, if you're comfortable, you can walk your shoulders in and clasp your hands to press up even taller in the pose, keeping your heels firmly planted. Breathing. And then with focus, scooching your shoulders back out and lowering the pearls of your spine down again to the mat, releasing. We'll end in just a moment with a final spinal twist. So keeping your left leg extended, draw your right knee in towards your chest, and then let it fall over your body to the other side. Try to keep your right shoulder grounded here, even if your leg doesn't touch the ground, to preserve the integrity of the twist. Inhale and exhale. And let's inhale back to center. Exhale to squeeze in. We'll do the other side. So the left knee in this time. Hugging it in and then pulling it across your body. Remember, let's keep our left shoulder magnetized to the earth, even if you can't get your knee all the way to the ground. Take some breaths and relax. Finally, let's inhale back to center. Pull your knee in. And exhale to straighten out. And from here, we're about ready to come into Shavasana or corpse pose. So let your feet fall open. Your palms rest upward. Let go of any tension in your muscles. So relax your ankles, your calves, thighs, hips. Release your abdomen, tension in your shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, neck, and face. Go ahead, release your jaw. Let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Feel your eyes rest on the back of your skull and just breathe here. Nothing to do, just breathe. When you're ready, you can start to bring life energy back, animating the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, and then the arms and legs. And then when you're ready, go ahead, roll on over to the right side, becoming reborn here, figuratively. Use your strength in your arms to press back up to Sukhasana, easy seat. And just take a moment to feel the effects of your practice as you rest here in easy seat. Feeling grateful for your own practice, those who helped you on the journey. Inhale a breath of gratitude. And exhale to seal in the practice. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a beautiful day.